More on the border crisis now. Speaker of the Arizona House of Representatives, Ben Toma, joins me. Ben, you've seen the steps that Texas is taking to try to slow the flow of illegal immigrants. What's it doing to Arizona?
Well, glad to be with you to talk about this important issue. Exactly what you said is what it's doing, which is that more people are moving, more of the traffic itself is moving here, including, of course, those dangerous aspects of it, like the cartel activity, the human trafficking, drug trafficking, fentanyl, just awful things that are really pressuring us. And just so we're clear, I stand with Texas. I think Republicans stand with Texas in general in this state because we totally understand what they're up against and why they're doing what they're doing. But we've got to call out the fact that Biden has failed our country on securing the border, and we're now paying the price.
Why does nobody in Washington seem to care?
It's hard to say. I've run across the recent news stories about Democrats claiming that they're now going to go and somehow run on the border because of the failed or the stalled version of the bill in Congress.
Right.
But that's utterly ridiculous. I say bring it in this case. When it comes to trying to convince people in Arizona, that's not going to work. Look, as Speaker, I do have a plan. I'm working on a bill to prohibit any taxpayer-funded welfare or health care for illegal immigrants because we can't allow Arizona to become like California. And then I'm also running for Congress because I have a pretty simple but effective plan to actually deal with the border, including very common sense things like finish the wall, triple the number of border security agents, and catch and release and amnesty for those that break our laws to get here. I honestly can't answer for you why Congress has failed to act. But it's clear that Democrats are in control largely, and they're the ones to blame for where we are.
Well, the Biden administration says the president is considering executive action now to try to get a handle on the situation at the border. He could have done that 3 years ago.
Well, right. I mean, we're having this conversation because of the actions of the president and the action of the administration up to this point, right? Their policies are what landed us where we currently are. And that's the reality of where we are. So now, all of a sudden, they realize that there's political pressure. I mean, our governor here in Arizona has recently stated that, sort of talked tough, if you will, on the border, but she hasn't actually done anything. At the end of the day, that's my experience with Democrats on this. They created the situation. They created the humanitarian crisis, among all the other things that we're talking about. And now they're trying to reframe it in some way without actually doing anything to solve the problem.
The Speaker of the Arizona House of Representatives, Ben Toma. Ben, thanks very much for being with us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.